right, we've got a brand new scent from Fetti Says. It's called Oscar Night. It's super complex. I'm going to do my best to try to describe it, but words probably just won't be able to do it justice, but we're going to see what we can do with that. But welcome first, guys. My name's Brian. This is my Beards and Banjos YouTube channel where we try to help you grow your best beer possible. Thank you so much for joining me. And Fetti is just a master at mixing the scents. They are all unique that I've tried from them. I know I've tried at least 11 or 12 scents at this point. They last a long time. I still have some here that are over 2 years old. They still smell great because there's a lot of different things put in there. So they are rich, they're complex, they've got some masculinity to it. And this is the first foray into a tobacco scent. So if you like tobacco scents, I think you're going to like this. If you don't like tobacco scents, in my opinion, there's a lot more going on here than just calling it a tobacco scent. I'm thinking at least 50% of it is other stuff that gives it some richness and some other notes to it. When I saw that it was called Oscar Night, I thought it was going to be like straight up cologne, and it's not. So it's got a lot of earthiness to it. So let me read you the profile here. It says it's a floral rich tobacco with sweet goodness. And I had Fetti on. We released this scent here just the other night. You can go back and check out the live stream. I highly recommend you do, because if you've never seen Fetti on camera here, he does a great job explaining what's going on and his motivation and the picture he's trying to paint with these scents. You can really tell it's a labor of love. So I'm going to do my best to give you my take on it and then what I could remember about some of the stuff he said. But you do get a little bit of sweetness. But it's not too much. There's not something it's not too sweet. It's not too earthy. It's not too much tobacco. It's just a really good blend in it. So the floral note to it is not rose, which I don't particularly like rose in things. It's saffron. So it definitely hits a little bit different. And then you've got earthiness of two different types of tobaccos for your mid notes and some of your base notes. But one is like a dry leaf tobacco. There's also, and then the other is a pipe tobacco. It's got a little bit more sweetness to it. There's some cedar wood in here, and that cedar wood and the tobacco and maybe some of the saffron also gives it just a little bit of a kind of a bitter bite to it, which gives it some earthiness to it. But there's also some other things in here. Some of that sweetness you get off the top is coming from a little bit of honey, a little bit of rum raisin, and I can't remember all the other stuff that's in there. And after we finished, Fetti said, we didn't even get to everything in the scent. We could talk about it some more. It's like, oh my goodness. So it's a lot going on. It's very complex. It's not too one thing or another. You're going to get a lot of different notes throughout the day. You get the sweetness wears off, and then you get a little bit more of the earthiness and the tobacco that goes on a little bit longer than some of the other stuff. There's some tonka bean and vanilla in there, but not too much. It's not a traditional tobacco vanilla at all. And don't get that in your brain, because that's definitely not what this is. But definitely a good scent. It may be one of my favorites. It's definitely one of my favorites from Fetti Says. A lot of the other ones he uses has fruit notes to it. This one's got just a little bit with the raisin part, I guess, but that just kind of helps to invigorate the tobacco, if you will. But a really good scent. It's got a really good carrier blend. It's the first time he's used prickly pear seed oil. So it's got shea nut oil, ostrich oil, prickly pear seed oil, meadow foam seed oil, all really, really good carries. Great fill-in beer. It's going to last you all day. The fatty acids from the ostrich is going to last you a little bit longer, maybe if you're an oil-only person, or in cooler weather like we have now. I think it's going to give you some long-lasting softness. But also the butter. He hit on something with not using shea in all of his butters. Like everything's kind of different carrier blends for different scents that he comes out with. But this one, super smooth. It looks solid, and then you put your finger through it, and it's almost like a Vaseline as far as it comes out that easily. Doesn't feel like Vaseline when you put it in your beard. It feels great. So it's got kokum butter and avocado butter to go with the carrier blend that I mentioned earlier. It all works great. The oil is $34.50. That is for 2 ounces. and then the butter is $32.50 for 3 ounces. You can always use my affiliate code, which is Banjo20. But if you're watching this in a timely fashion, all right, let me break in here for just a second. When we had our live stream with Fetti, he had that code, which was Xmas, which give 25% off. But he also had a special deal where if you placed an order and used the code, you got a 1 ounce oil of choice for free. You just type the scent you wanted in the comments at checkout. He's actually decided to continue that all the way through January 2nd. So it's a great time to check out Fetti Says and to get a free oil. So you get to try another scent for pretty much free on that. Plus you get 25% off. So make sure you take advantage of that between now and January 2nd. And then if you're watching after that, you can always use my code, affiliate code, which is Banjo20 to save yourself 20% off. But let me know if that sounds good to you. If you are a connoisseur of tobacco type of blends, I think you're going to love it. It's got enough earthiness to it, a little bit of sweetness, that there's something there for everybody, and you're going to get different things throughout the day as you're walking around with it for sure. Also, let me know in the comments some of your other favorite Fetti Says scents. Like I love chocolate coffee oud, white apple bourbon. You got your plum fig, your mango tango, your limonata da Vinci, your apple berry, your batanga sunrise. New one's leather jacket. I don't know if you tried that one or not, but just about something for everybody. Also heard during the live stream a lot of cool stuff's coming next year, maybe working on a woodsy scent. He mentioned samples, getting sample sizes available for you, wash bars, lots of other stuff, a lot of exciting things happening for Fetti in his world. So wish him the best of luck with all of that. And as always, guys, I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you soon.